What's up everybody, welcome to Money Management channel. My name is Andy and today I'm gonna be doing an update on MMTLP and FINRA saga.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
And for today's video, guys, I have several quite interesting news. First of all, I will show you an update from NBH Hydrocarbons. They just published their amended 10Q filing, and this is another very good step towards the S1 to be effective. On top of that, I will show you some news from the litigation processes, and I will show you a bombshell that was dropped by Anna Trades. Guys, before we dive deep into all of this, let me show you a sneak peek of my yesterday's call for my patrons. I made a call for ticker symbol BYND, and it was successful for at least 4.5% of profit. And if you want to receive this type of calls pretty much on a daily basis, and what is more importantly, absolutely risk-free, just subscribe to my YouTube channel and join my Patreon account. And guys, you've seen many of my trade calls, all delivering strong returns in just hours. Now it's your turn to trade smarter. Join my safe haven Patreon tier, built for traders who want consistency, structure and real results. You will get a detailed plan to protect your portfolio, monthly one-on-one Zoom sessions with me and private Discord access with all trade alerts, lessons and exclusive updates. And here is the best part. If you don't earn more than your subscription price within 30 days, you will receive a full refund, no question asked, as long as your trading account balance is at least $2,500 and you've taken all the recommended trades during the period. No excuses, no fine print. You profit or you don't pay. Here are just a few of my trade results from the first half of October. But don't wait, this offer is available for a limited time only. Once the spots are filled, enrollment will close. Join today and let's start building your edge in the market. So guys, and let's begin with this 10Q filing. Here you can see Ocelot wrote the tweet and he wrote another NBH amended 10Q for the quarterly period and ending September the 30th of 2024. And he added the link to this document. You can read this document by yourself, and as you can see, one of the most important parts of this report is this number, $56.5 million oil and natural gas properties. And yes, it is the point where they still had this estimation of oil and gas properties. But guys, if you take a look at this number in general, you can see that even from the official statements, it wasn't a number of 3.2 barrels of oil with 19 point something billion dollars of value. Definitely it is much more much smaller number, and this number will vanish in my opinion in the next report. Let me show you that the pace of the publishing of these reports is quite you can see is quite promising. On October alone, NBH Hydrocarbons published three 10QA reports on October the 9th, October 22nd and October 28th. And the ending periods were end of March 2024, end of June 2024 and end of September of 2024. Previously, they filed a 10K yearly report for the 2023, for the end for the period of end of December of 2023. And if this velocity, if they are continue to publish this type of reports, I believe within just a couple of months we will see the 10K report for the end of 2025. And when it happens, guys, there will not we will not have any more obstacles to see the S1 effective, because all the data will be published and officially confirmed with SEC. And in this case, the document that is extremely needed, desperately needed for the MMTLP community will be published. Eventually, should be published. Let's put it this way. So let me show you another news from Danielle Spears. She is one of the 12 so-called 1209 community members, and she wrote this tweet just several hours ago. So she said, McCabe lost the Orogrande lease in 2024. No land equals no 3.225 billion barrels of oil. He has taken no lasting legal actions on behalf of himself or investors against FINRA's U3 halt. He wrote some letters back and forth with FINRA that went nowhere. All of the NBH financial were deemed unreliable by the SEC, and they made him redo them all. The 2023 10K amendment was refiled recently. You can read it at sec.gov. He was already months behind in filings. Now NBH is way behind in filings. Without filings, it is extremely difficult for any investors to know what is really going on. NBH and McCabe are being sued in multiple lawsuits for alleged fraud, yet several suits such as mine, Spears vs. SEC, FINRA, McCabe, NBH and Burda have not been reported in the financial, even though they were filed in 2024. And this is quite interesting detail, because all the reports should contain this type of information of the actual and previous lawsuits that were filed against the company. But for some reason, even in this 10K amendment amended report, they didn't mention about these lawsuits. So on the positive side, there are several people such as myself fighting FINRA in court now. The U3 halt violated our due process rights, in my opinion. William Kelly has a case against FINRA in Nevada, which has a lot of promise. The judge denied FINRA's motion for protective order stay in discovery. If Kelly can file a solid amended doc, he could get early discovery against FINRA. That's huge. And guys, in a minute I will show you another document and another decision that was made by a judge, and I will explain you my thoughts about it. But in general, I have to admit that the only real actions that we can see right now are the actions from the 1209 community. And we have several active lawsuits. Unfortunately, it is not the quickest process to make a decision on these lawsuits, but the ball is rolling. That is why, guys, be patient, and you don't have any other choices rather than to wait for this decision. Let me show you another update, at this time from Wilcott versus Securities and Exchange Commission case. You can see that just yesterday it was filed a new document, order in motion to lift stay, and here's the definition of this order. Unfortunately, I cannot see it behind the paywall. You can see that it is you should pay a fee. I don't want and don't need to do this, but this is the order denying plaintiff's motion to lift PSLRA discovery stay. What does it mean? And I asked an artificial intelligence, and this is the answer. That means the judge has denied the plaintiff's request to start discovery earlier than allowed. And in plain English, the judge said, no, you can't start discovery yet. You must wait until the motion to dismiss is decided. That is why, guys, yes, it is a decision that was made by the judge in this case, Wilcott versus Securities and Exchange Commission, but it means that, Contic Wilcott wanted to make this process a little bit quicker, but unfortunately he cannot do this at this moment, and we have to be patient in order to see these other updates, let's put it this way. So, and let me show you a quite interesting set of tweets that were written by Anna Trades. And you know that previously she also she was a plaintiff in the lawsuit that was filed against FINRA and SEC, and Unfortunately, this case was dismissed, but Anna is still here, and she wrote several tweets that might be interesting. Let me quote them one by one. FINRA is not just a regulator, it's running an international banking operation. I filed a federal whistleblower report in June 2025 after confirming that FINRA has registered SWIFT and BIC bank code. Here is this code, and it was assigned to the OTC Bulletin Board. FINRA claims OTCBB was shut down in 2021. Yet multiple global bank registries still show this code as active. Only one site suddenly flipped it to inactive after I reported it to DOJ, FBI, IRS. Did FINRA get tipped off? I also included the following in my whistleblower report, and this is only a fraction of what's coming next. FINRA holds global legal entity identifiers, LEIs, used only by international financial institutions. FINRA operates for-profit corporations, including one in South Carolina, where Congressman Ralph Norman is. FINRA has formal MOUs with over a dozen foreign governments, including China. FINRA secretly partnered with high Vista hedge funds in the Cayman Islands, enabling it to short US companies while acting as their regulator. Evidence also included showing Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac being routed through FINRA's hidden dark pool rails, specifically OTCBB and OOTC. More on that next. This is not self-regulation. This is a covered international banking and securities operation, never disclosed to Congress or the American people. And this is a quite brave statement, I would say. So, more truth bombs to follow. I am just getting started. And she added hashtags of MMAT and MMTLP in this tweet. She also dropped bomb number 2, truth bomb number 2. FINRA's global market identity exposed. Confirmed in my June 2025 federal whistleblower submission, FINRA is not just a US regulator. It is operating as a global trading entity with multiple Bloomberg-issued legal entity identifiers. LEI number 1. FINRA, and here is the number, issued by Bloomberg Finance LP, registered to a Delaware shell address, here is the address, reclassified as a for-profit corporate entity, XTIQ, in 2019. Self-declared non-consolidating ultimate parent, meaning it admits control but refuses to produce consolidated financials on its market operations. LEI number 2. FINRA Employees Retirement Plan Trust, also issued by Bloomberg, active, policy non-conforming, also non-consolidating. Proves FINRA has its own internal pension fund registered as a global financial entity, not a passive regulator account. FINRA is secretly running and self-reporting its own market activity with non-consolidated audit through this hidden infrastructure. OTCBB, OOTC, XADF, Trace, TRF, ORF, CIT. FINRA is not regulating Wall Street, it is Wall Street. FINRA has at more active LIE overseas that drops next. And she added not only the hashtags of MMAT and MMTLP, but also a couple of screenshots that prove these statements. And she dropped the bomb, truth bomb number 3. FINRA is operating offshore assets in Europe's lowest transparency zones. FINRA is not just a US self-regulator. It owns multiple active offshore financial entities with Bloomberg-issued global trading credentials, registered in European tax and opacity havens, not regulatory jurisdictions. Confirmed FINRA linked offshore entities, all verified LEIs. FINRA Asset 1 BV Netherlands, FINRA Asset 2 BV Netherlands, and here you can see several more LEIs that was disclosed by Anna. So all entities are non-consolidating, meaning FINRA deliberately avoids an unfiled financial audit. And this is just a start. FINRA isn't only offshore, it is also legally registered as for-profit corporation inside US states, including South Carolina, home of Ralph Norman. that evidence drops tomorrow, ending the illusion forever that FINRA is a neutral non-profit regulator. Congress cannot regulate what it secretly allows to operate as a corporation. And guys, I have to admit that it is quite interesting information that might be useful, at least in one case. In the most recent case that was filed by William Kelly just several months ago. I believe it was filed at the very beginning of July. And his lawsuit was against FINRA, and this information might help him to remove FINRA's main line of defense and basically to remove its total immunity. And in my opinion, this might be much more interesting and important news rather than publishing of 10KA report from NBH itself. So, I think that's all information that I want to provide you. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel with notification bell. And see you guys and girls next time. Bye!
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, doing no cap. Only God wants you.